Course Nation, Sanmunan Bafetu, welcome back to Vubu Trends with me, OQB. I hope everyone is doing well, Lape Makaya. But anyways, before we get into today's video, I would like to start by saying thank you so much guys for always being here. But let's get to the news. We do have Samkelo Zwane, we have Samkelo Zwane. We will be looking at Pepelo Yaya Sithole, Keletso, and then last but not least, Thabang Matulidi. Now, obviously, before we get there, please do make sure that you like the video because that is the very important part of the journey. So please do make sure that you like the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and click the bell notification so that you will be notified next time when I post something new. So starting off with the Samkelo Zwane Bafetu, he is a player whom, honestly speaking, from what I'm getting, is the fact that Kaizer were ready to let him go, like they were prepared. Same as Mshini. So they've been back from the loans. Yes, the date did not, or it was not the official date as of yet, but Babuile. And then I'm hearing that Samkelo Zwane needs to prove himself to coach Fernando de Cruz. It looks like he might have some sort of liking to this boy, and I'm gonna blame him. He's a special player, but I know we all have this thing about he's doing this, he's doing that. But for me, I felt like the position that he was playing was a bit, demanding for him. He should have been played on a different position. So right now, since the coach is the one that is interested in him, I'm thinking, or I'm guessing, there's a possibility he will be assessed, and then he might even go with us for preseason, and then that's where we'll get the confirmation we are hamba or not, because remember the transfer window will be still open during that time, a bit later on. And despite that, he might leave as a free agent, because I've been looking at his contract to Alana. It ends March on 2026, which, yeah, I was expecting 2027, but maybe I liked the boy too much. I always thought with diamond contract manje. And then jumping to Samkelo, same thing. He signed a contract nabo, I believe it was Bruce Vuma, Brandon Peterson during that time. And when they signed, same as Bruce Vuma, hence his contract is coming to an end right now. It looks like Samkelo is on that list, but I'm not too sure because I've been trying to do some research, trying to look at everything. But anyways, since that is the case, because apparently it looks like Kaizer Chiefs are negotiating a new deal for him. So 2 years bigger signing from 2024, 2025, now 2026, which means Iapela. There was an option for a third year. So I did hear rumors, they want to offer him, or they want to activate that extension is in this analysis. So right now, all I'm thinking about is, okay, since I'm hearing that they are negotiating for a new contract, is possible bamthandile and they want to retain his services at the club. So yeah, sizobona lapho bafethu in terms of Samkelo. Do you think we should let him go, or should we retain his services? Let me know down in the comment section below. Then we jump to Pepelo Yaya Sithole. Now he's a player that was heavily criticized the World Cup, but despite that, we do know there was interest from Kaizer Chiefs for this player. And since there are players currently tour, they've decided to unfollow, or there's nothing that shows anything about Kaizer Chiefs on their bio, like Ox Mthethwa. I'm not sure if Ox has an Instagram, but Ox Mthethwa, other players as well. For example, it is indicated, like Bruce Vuma, it has been indicated that those players do not have anything on their bios showing signs of they are following Kaizer Chiefs, or they are part of the team. So chances are they might be let go of. It is a huge possibility, but I'm not saying that is what is going to happen. We will have to wait and see as the Kaizer Chiefs makes their final announcement. So yeah, nazo-ke indaba zakhe uYaya Sithole. If we do let go of Sibongiseni Mthethwa, do you think uYaya would be a perfect fit for him? I'm not saying there's anything right now, Bafethu. I've not heard any links or anything. That is just me trying to ask you, Mbugeli Ekai, do you think he could be a good addition? Because honestly speaking, we do have a problem in that department of, wanting to get players, and then suddenly players are a bit expensive and stuff like that. But overseas or abroad, we can get the players for way far less. But right now, looking at Yaya Stole, he's playing on the World Cup. So I think the club that is currently in would have the right to say, you know what, if you want this player, we're going to value him this much, and Kaizer Chiefs would have to pay. So if we do think about it, no, he can be a good replacement for Oxum Tetra, then definitely we need to try. We need to try by all means to at least negotiate something that is going to be worth it. And then moving on, we look at Keletso Magalo. Now, there have been rumors of Kaizer Chiefs wanting to sign Keletso Magalo, but when I did some digging, I found out back then, I think around May, Keletso Magalo wanted to leave Isikukune United. Now, looking at the contract, it looks like now a contract track is coming to an end March or June when I'm looking at the contract side of things, but I'm not finding accurate information, so that might not be true. Since that might not be true, but then the fact that he does want to leave Isikukune, he wants to come and play here in Gauteng. It leaves only a few clubs that are playing here in Gauteng, so quite interesting. I'm not gonna go there that much, but he is a player that wants to leave Isikukune United, and I'm not saying he's coming to Kaizer Chiefs Buffet too. He is a winger. He's 29 years of age. I do feel like if we did sign him, it would only be for a year, because as much as he has had, impressive seasons before, this past season he contributed about 10, if not 11 goal contribution, but yeah, now he did not manage to score anything. And right now, there's something that we've always talked about when it comes to Kaizer Chiefs. I've always said or maintained the fact that we need wingers that will be able to score. We need wingers that we need complete wingers, perfect. We need complete wingers, not a winger suit. Okay, I learn at least to balance no. We need someone who can be able to do a little bit of both. Just like that player esizoliyeka lahambe bese inhliziyo zethu zibe buhlungu. But at the end of the day, we will talk about the same thing over and over and over again. Why don't we just take out the money and sign the player Buffet to Spumendwen? But anyways, let's move on Buffet to we look at Thabang Matulidi. Now Thabang Matuludi. Yes, Thabang Matuludi is another player who wants to leave Polokwane City. But the shocking truth, which is going to be painful to a lot of viewers and to me myself, I was like, what? Really? Tua Thabang wants to play for Orlando Pirates, unfortunately. So if he ends up somewhere else, that would be something totally against what he wishes to. But yeah, he does want to play for Orlando Pirates. So it looks like Orlando Pirates is signing Gwasani this season. I don't know if they will be signing Matuludi, but for me it does make sense why they would want to sign him. He might be a good player to play alongside Lapana or to compete with Usbelebele on that position, even though Sbelebele is a wing back, more of a wing back, and then Thabang Matulidi is a complete right back. So this one is going to be interesting to watch if they do get him, because they tried, to make an offer, and the boss was like, So we know him. That is something that he always does. So we will see as time goes on to what is going to happen about Thabang Matulidi. Even Sundowns tried. I did hear that Sundowns did try, but Nabo, their offer was rejected. So I don't know who is going to come out on top when it comes to Thabang Matulidi, but we will see as time goes on. I believe this is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you guys tomorrow with something new. But let me know what you think down in the comment section below of it. Peace.